Welcome to this deep dive. This one's tailored for anyone, really, whether you're just thinking about sparking up a new Christmas light business or maybe you're already running one and want to, brighten up those profits.
Yeah, and we've tapped into a really interesting discussion with Jason Gieman. He's from the Christmas Lights YouTube channel.
Oh, right. The guy who built his own successful business, sold it, and now coaches others.
That's him, a real seasoned pro. So our mission today is pretty clear. Pull out the most actionable stuff from his insights.
Exactly. Stuff that can help your business really shine, whether you're year one or looking to scale up.
And it's fascinating. He jumps right into quoting, says it's like the cornerstone of a profitable business.
But not just quoting anyone and everyone, right?
Yeah.
That was a key point.
No, absolutely not. He clarifies it's much more strategic. It's about pre-qualifying leads first.
Okay, let's dig into that because he seemed really strong on this. The whole idea is to avoid, what did he call them? Tire kickers.
Yeah, tire kickers, the ones who take up your time but aren't serious buyers.
And he gave that example, didn't he? Something like 39 leads came in.
And only 3 actually closed. 3 out of 39.
Wow. Imagine the hours wasted if he'd quoted all 39 individually. That's brutal.
Totally. And in a seasonal business like Christmas lights, you just don't have that time to waste. Every minute counts, really.
So that first step, pre-qualifying. How does he suggest doing it? It starts with the phone call.
Right, the very first contact. He says, ask them straight up, have you had professional lights installed before?
Okay, simple enough.
But then, and this is the interesting part, no matter what they answer, yes or no, you immediately paint a picture of your service.
Ah, setting the stage. Like what kind of picture?
You talk about the professional level, custom fit lights, amazing customer service, how you handle any issues super quickly. You're framing it as a premium service from the start.
That makes sense. You're managing expectations right away, showing them it's not just some guy throwing up lights.
Exactly. You're establishing the value before you even talk detailed price.
Okay, so after you've framed the service, then comes the price talk. That can feel a bit awkward early on.
It can, but Jason argues it's crucial. He suggests mentioning a starting point, like a basic package around $900.
$900 just to start.
Yeah, and then maybe mention an average package is more like $1,500 to $1,800. It's about gauging their budget reaction.
So you throw those numbers out there to see if they flinch, basically.
Pretty much. And then this is key. You just stop talking. Silence.
Ooh, the power pause. Let them react.
Let them react. It tells you a lot. This whole upfront qualification thing, it's designed to save massive amounts of time. Focus on the serious folks.
He even mentioned putting budget questions on your website, right? Filter them even earlier.
Yeah, like a little form field. What's your approximate budget? It weeds people out before they even call. Maximize that efficiency.
Right. It's not just quoting time, it's mental energy, too. Keep it focused on real clients.
Exactly. Okay, so let's pivot to the actual pricing strategies for making good profit. Jason's big on packages.
Packages, not just quoting, say, the roofline by itself.
Right. Encourage a bigger picture. Think roofline, yes, but also columns, ground lights, wreaths, maybe some bushes or small trees.
So you bundle things together?
Yeah, offer maybe 2 or 3 package options, or you could do an a la carte menu, but structure it so people are tempted by the more complete, higher value look.
That makes sense. It guides them towards spending a bit more, but getting a much better result, increasing that average job value.
It's about selling the whole festive vision, not just feet of lights.
And he made that really important point about mindset, especially for new owners. What was it? You are not your customer.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Don't price based on what you would personally pay.
Because the people hiring for this service often have different budgets, right? Bigger homes, more disposable income, maybe.
Definitely. They might already pay for pro landscaping, other high-end services. Professional holiday lighting fits right in that category for them. Don't undersell yourself based on your own wallet.
He even said pricing too low can be suspicious. Like people might wonder why it's so cheap.
Exactly. It can signal lower quality, maybe cheap materials or inexperienced work.
Yeah.
Price is often linked to perceived quality.
Okay, let's get into some specifics then. Roofline pricing. He gave a range.
Yeah, he suggested $8 to $12 plus per foot. $8 to $12 or even more.
Per foot. And he said, don't bother counting individual bulbs.
Right, because they're usually spaced consistently, like 12 or 15 inches apart. So your per foot price inherently covers multiple bulbs. It simplifies things.
And that higher end, the $12 plus plan, is that realistic?
He thinks so, absolutely. Especially if you're busy, if your schedule is filling up. Scarcity or limited availability can justify a premium price.
Makes sense. High demand signals quality.
Right.
What about other elements? Columns.
Columns, yeah. He suggested pricing those per strand rather than per foot, maybe around $40 per strand.
$40 per strand.
And then give a total estimate for the column, maybe $120 up to $300 or more, depending on how big and complex it is.
Okay, that seems logical. Counts for different sizes. Ground stake lighting.
That one he priced around $5 to $12 per foot. But he added a little warning there.
What was that?
Be ready for pallbacks. Ground lights get damaged more easily. Kids, pets, landscapers.
Ah, good point. Factor that potential hassle into the price. Or at least be aware. Wreaths. He seemed keen on those.
Yeah, he called them excellent for boosting the average ticket. He likes the big ones, 60-inch wreaths.
60 inches? Those are pretty substantial. Pricing.
He said you could price those anywhere from $350 up to $700 plus. They make a big statement.
Wow, okay. That definitely adds value. Garland looks great, but
But it's expensive. He mentioned the garland itself can be like $40 to $85 for just a 9-foot piece. Plus, it takes up a ton of storage space.
right. Got to store all this stuff, so price accordingly.
Definitely. He suggested starting around $150 to $185 plus per 9-foot section installed. You have to cover the product cost and the storage hassle.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, he had a big don't as well. Something about using customers' old lights.
Oh, yeah. Huge don't. Avoid hanging someone else's old lights if you can.
Why is that? Seems like an easy job, maybe.
Not really. It can be a nightmare. Compatibility issues, burnt out bulbs, unreliable old stuff. It reflects badly on you when it fails, even if it's not your product. Causes headaches.
Okay, so stick to your own professional-grade lights. Quality control.
Exactly. Protect your reputation. If you absolutely have to do it, he said.
Yeah.
Price it really high, like a premium rate. Maybe $300 an hour, 3-hour minimum.
Whoa. Okay, that basically makes it clear you don't really want to do it, but if they insist, it covers your risk.
Precisely. It covers the unknowns and the potential extra time troubleshooting.
All right, let's switch gears to actually getting started. Marketing for new businesses, yard signs.
Yep, yard signs are his go-to recommendation for starting out. Get maybe 200 to 500 of them.
And he mentioned a specific place, muddybushes.com, said they were like $3.75 each.
Yeah, he threw that out as a cost-effective supplier, he knows. Key is placement, though.
Right, not just in the yard of someone you finished.
No, put them at busy intersections, entrances to those nice neighborhoods you want to target. The goal is new leads.
Makes sense. Visibility where potential customers are driving by. What about overall marketing budget? He gave some figures.
Yeah, he suggested that if you can swing $5,000 to $10,000 in marketing,
5 to 10 grand.
yeah, that significantly boosts your chances of hitting a 6-figure income. He acknowledged some people do it with less, but it usually takes way more time and sweat equity.
So investment in marketing pays off faster. When should people start advertising? Is it too early now?
He said 6, start now. Apparently, some companies already have signs out and are getting calls.
Already, okay.
For first-year businesses, expect things to really ramp up late October, early November. Peak busy time is usually around the second week of November.
Good to know. Get ahead of that curve. Building knowledge is also key, right? He mentioned training.
Absolutely crucial. He offers his own training, both in-person classes and online stuff, through christmaslights.io.
And his YouTube channel, Christmas Lights Help. Lots of free info there.
Tons of free content there, too. He really emphasizes learning the ropes properly.
And practicing.
Yeah.
Like on your own house.
Yeah, practice on your own place first. He even suggested buying a starter pit look for ByLight on his site just to get hands-on with the materials and techniques.
Practical experience.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Ah.
Now, managing that November rush, calls flooding in. What's the advice?
Answer the phone immediately. Missed calls or missed leads. Simple as that. Delayed quotes lose business, too.
It's competitive, got to be responsive.
Totally. He even floated the idea of hiring help just for quoting or extra hands for installs just to keep up during that peak crunch time.
Smart. Scaling up temporarily. What about contracts? Keep it simple.
Yeah, he keeps his pretty straightforward key things.
Yeah.
Installation date, takedown date, confirming the lights are his property, not the customer.
Oh, that's important. So they know they're renting them, essentially.
Right, and that you need access to their electricity. Often, he said, just getting the payment acts as the agreement confirmation.
Okay. And repeat customers, just reach out.
Yep, text, email, call them up, see if they want the same display again or maybe add something new this year. Easy revenue.
Makes sense to nurture those existing clients. Storage. He had tips there, too. No plastic bags.
Right, no plastic bags, they trap moisture. Use cardboard boxes or totes. Maybe drill some drainage holes in the totes. Keep them dry.
Good tip. Protect that inventory. Lastly, touched on regulations, like in Washington State.
Yeah, be aware of local rules. Some places might restrict cutting and splicing wires. If so, you might need to look at low voltage options or systems with pre-made connections.
Always got to check the local rules. Okay.
Definitely. Compliance is key.
So wrapping this up,
Hmm.
as you're charting your course in the Christmas light world, whether starting or growing, it really comes down to smart quoting
Yeah, value-based pricing that matches your quality.
and that proactive marketing, getting your name out there. Jason's advice really hits home on pre-qualifying leads
Crafting those appealing packages.
and just fundamentally understanding who your customer is and what they expect.
So maybe something for listeners to think about. How could you put a better pre-qualification process in place right now, like starting with that very next phone call?
Yeah. How can you save time and focus on the really good leads and maybe brainstorm some creative package deals? What could you bundle to boost that average ticket size while giving customers an amazing display?
Good questions to ponder.
Well, hopefully this deep dive sparked some bright ideas for everyone listening. We definitely recommend checking out Jason Gieman's resources for more detail.
Yeah, lots more info available from me.
Absolutely. So if you've got more questions on pricing, marketing, installs, anything really, keep digging into those resources. Your journey to a profitable, successful season. It starts now.